Everybody, Jay and Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym and back to do another Road to the Olympia IFBB Pro Wellness Champion,
Marissa Andrews.
So yes, we just did have her sister interview right before this. So they're here together. So there's you to think that they don't get along.
People like to say things and make up drama. I think the worst thing that's happened is I steal some of her clothes sometimes. So
shame on you.
I know. It's okay, though.
Yeah. It's a shame you're like the same height and built the same.
Did you say it's a shame? I think it's amazing. Oh, yeah. I was going to say.
It's a shame for her.
True. There is 6 American wellness, and 2 of them are from the Andrews family. So
the Andrews sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's really a internationally heavy lineup.
It is. It's amazing. We're seeing people come, like, it used to be obviously started in Brazil. So for years, it's been very Brazil heavy, but we're seeing people from all over the world and good competitive athletes from all over the world.
And remember, people said that the Americans wouldn't be able to do wellness.
Well, 2-time top 10 would beg to differ.
There you go.
Scoreboard.
Yeah. And remember, you had to win a contest to get in the Olympia. So
that is true. I can't believe, honestly, I'm still trying to process my first Olympia. And now the fact that I've won 3 pro shows, one of them being in Mexico, it's incredible.
Now, that is something I'd love to talk about, but that's off the record. She's got to tell you this story and you're just going to be laughing your behind off. Trust me.
If you want to know the story about my show in Mexico, specifically my tanning experience at the Mr. and Mrs. Lions Pro, I did vlog it and it's on my YouTube. And
plus they could come up to you and meet the Olympians too, right?
Yes. I will happily show you all of the videos and tell you the very exciting story.
That's the story of the month right now here in Pittsburgh.
As long as you guys promise not to tell my mother. That's all I have to say. It was an adventure.
But the best is your faces in those pictures. That's all I'm going to say.
If you want to learn more, go to my YouTube or just come see me at the Olympia. It's fine.
All right. So now you were here before when this was basically bare bones.
Yes.
When you walked in today, what did you think?
Oh, it's amazing. I was so excited to get a lift in with all of the new equipment. That sign at the entrance is so cool. They have a brand new giant LED IFBB Pro League sign, which is
courtesy of New Tech.
Shout out New Tech. It is gorgeous and it's massive. Like, I'm a very tall, very large human being, and
in your world.
And it's huge and so cool. And I would like to have one of those just in my living room as well. If you could let New Tech know that I would also like one, that would be great.
Well, I'll be tagging them in this interview. So.
Okay, perfect. New Tech, thank you very much.
All right. Speaking of sponsorships, how do you feel about Wolfpack being the wellness corporate sponsor?
Oh, I'm so grateful. Wolfpack has done so much for the wellness category. I know that aside from prize money, the exposure that they have been giving to wellness and really like highlighting it and promoting it, it's been amazing. I've done a couple interviews now already for Olympia TV and with Wolfpack kind of working together. So it gives us an opportunity and a voice to not only share the category, but kind of share what we stand for and what our why is, and, tell people why we do this more than just the sparkly bikinis and the abs. Yeah.
You said abs, right? With the B.
Abs. Did I say abs? No, those are glutes. When we train that hard, they're glutes.
Well, it's the ghetto term.
Yeah, it's okay. I am from Detroit. It's okay.
See, that's where I was going.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Okay, what people probably don't know is the corporate sponsors pick the division they want to sponsor. We don't tell them what to do. We don't guide them anyway. It's that. So they pick. They like New Tech picked who they wanted. Mid 45 picked who they wanted. So Wolfpack that they picked wellness. I mean, so it's up to them whoever they want to sponsor. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Wolfpack has great taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. I mean, and plus, how many contests you go to do you see the people winning or getting a custom Wolfpack bag?
Almost all of them nowadays. They're extremely generous and very, very nice and friendly. Like just doing the interview, they offered me a bag. Like, they're just so sweet. They're good people there.
I mean, obviously, everybody's seen me with my black and yellow one.
Yeah, is that the Pittsburgh? Oh, that is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the very first one they gave to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, when I qualified for my first Olympia, they were one of the first people to reach out, and they were like, "Hey, do you want a bag? Like, do you want one of the official Olympia backpacks?" And I sobbed ugly tears. It made it real.
Yeah, I like being in airports with people that don't know anything about you, and they're watching me pull all the different things out of this bag. They're like, "What is that?" Right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Whenever I wear it to school, because I have one for school, for the gym, for travel. Whenever I wear it to school, I get a million compliments. A million people want to know where the bag is from. There's like a little, like, mine has a cooler on it for school, and having just the cooler so I don't have to drag all my stuff, phenomenal.
Yeah, so when she's saying school, she flunked out a lot. I mean, it's a shame she's still in school at this age, but whatever.
I'm a classic underachiever, as the people would call it, just kind of skating by. I am actually currently in my third year of Doctor of Dental Surgery school, so to become a dentist. I did my first Olympia in my first year of dental school, my second Olympia in my second year of dental school, and now we are going to my third Olympia in my third year of dental school. So that's crazy.
So is it 4 years?
It's 4 years. Yeah.
Okay. So you'll be doing your fourth Olympia whenever you're doing your fourth year of dental school. Just say yes.
I don't want to jinx. Speak it into the universe. Of course. Yes. But no, my perspective is that I never want to assume anything, especially in this sport. You never know who's going to show up. You never know who's going to do what work is going to be done, how people are going to transform their physiques. And if you don't show up to the stage with a mentality that every single person on that stage can beat you given the chance, you're going to lose. So no matter what the show is, no matter what the level is, no matter what you're doing, if you don't walk into that room expecting everyone to beat you and training and eating and doing the cardio as if every single person will beat you if you don't, then you're going to lose. So fingers crossed, I will do everything in my power to be able to do 4 year for Olympia. But if I don't train like I'm not going to make it, then I'm not going to make it.
Right. Well, I mean, that's good advice for everybody. I mean, I always laugh, at kind of like, I'm just going to say bikini competitors have complained about, oh, Ashley Kaltwasser took my spot. Well, no, you didn't beat her. If you can't beat her in that show, what are you going to do at the Olympia? Right?
Yes,
you have to assume that you're going to be up against the best. I mean, if it was me, I'd want to be compared to her. Like, or if Francielli did a contest or somebody, you'd want to be next to her to find out what you need to do. Who knows? You could beat her.
Yeah, absolutely. My boyfriend is a IFBB Classic Pro. He just did his pro debut. And when we were talking, me, him, his coach, about what show he wanted to do, I was like, well, maybe we do a smaller show, qualify for the Olympia, play the cards right. And he's like, no, I want to do Tampa and I want to do Texas. I want to walk into these big shows and I want to see what I can do against the best in the federation. And then when I see what I look like against the best, I know what work needs to be done. And I know what needs to be done to become the best. Why would I do something to just go to the Olympia and not know where I'm sitting? So
absolutely, 1,000%.
Do you want to show up? Do you want to show up and compete, or do you want to show up and win?
So my question was always, so you're looking for a free vacation to Vegas, or are you going to compete? There's only one right answer.
It's not free. JM, it's not free. Yeah.
But,
it's not a free vacation.
But I mean, it's basic. Well, with the Olympia, because they pay your travel expenses.
This is true. Yeah.
Or I was like, oh, so you want to go to Disney World? That's why you're qualifying for the Olympia, right?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course. That motivator is not gonna really help too much when you're starving and tired and depleted. Yeah. So you gotta have a bigger fire under you.
Yeah, I know. I've had people go, well, I just want to say I was on the Olympia stage. I go, and placed 16th like everybody else. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I can see everyone's journey is different, and for some people fight their entire life to be able to get on a stage. Even the regional stage, they might never make it to the conditioning where they'll be competitive on a regional stage. So being able to make it to the Olympia, I can understand that being a phenomenal dream, a phenomenal experience. But as a competitor and as an athlete, don't you want to show up and win? Don't you want to show up and put up a fight? What I keep saying,
you're not training for second.
No, what I keep saying is, I know I'm not going to win, but I'm going to go down swinging. Like, I'm going to put up a fight.
Yeah, I've had a couple of newbies, rookies come through here, and their goal is to make the top 10 so that they can pose on the big stage for the finals. And I can understand that.
Yeah, that the finals for the Olympia is unlike anything else. It feels like you're on a different planet being on that stage with how many thousands of people that sold out this year already, like,
And the thousands watching on the live stream.
not just thousands, like hundreds of thousands.
Yes.
It's insane. It feels like a different planet. It really does. So that's an amazing dream. That's what I'm shooting for again.
No, I mean, like I had one gentleman who was like, listen, he goes, I'm one of those guys that did my first pro show and I won. He goes, so I really have no expectations of what's going to happen. He goes, and I heard you have to be top 10 to pose on the big stage. He goes, so of course I want to win, but if I can't, I want to at least be able to pose on that big stage. And I understand that.
Yeah.
You're a rookie.
Yeah. And especially for men, I don't know what category he was, but they get to do their routine that they craft and, they pick their own music, and being able to perform the art of bodybuilding and only being allowed to do that if you make it to finals is huge.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, all right. So how's it feel having your sister on Team Ludacris with you?
Oh my God, it's so much fun. So we talk every day about the Olympia. We talk every day. Like, we're going to do everything together at this show. Like, we're going to check in together. We're going to do we're going to have our meals together. We're going to train together. Chris has easily become my second father. So now having my sister and see their friendship and their relationship flourishing, it feels like we're this little family. Like, obviously we're here together today. Yeah. It's just amazing. We have a group chat. We chat all the time. It's going to be really, really fun.
That's great. I mean, that's a rarity in the sport.
Yeah. Yes. I think I don't know if we are, but I know that we're the first two wellness sisters, at least. I think in 2022, there was another pair of figure sisters, but yeah, this is the first wellness sisters. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, and you're both going for the same thing, so.
Yeah. And it's so nice to have somebody that understands everything. So I know, I'm sure you've experienced this, when you meet someone who's not in the bodybuilding world, or when you have family that's not in the bodybuilding world, you have to constantly explain, you're not having conversations about. So it's always, oh, what's your diet? How many times do you eat a day? What do you do to train? Very surface level questions. And it can get exhausting to explain yourself over and over again. But when you have someone who's on the same team, has the same passion, has the same goals, lifestyle, everything. She's a doctor. I'm in dental school. We understand everything at the surface level already. We can actually have deeper conversations and actually understand and have conversations and discuss things, instead of just having to explain, okay, Mom, this is why I do this. Yeah. This is what fasted cardio is, things like that. So it's a blessing to have someone that understands you so well.
Right. All right. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to while we're here?
Oh my God, of course. So I have been blessed with some of the most amazing teams and families. But first of all, the first person I want to thank is my coach for the last three and a half years now, Chris Garunlian. From Team Ludacris. He took a chance on me when I placed dead last at Chicago Pro at my pro debut. I came to him and I said I wanted to place top 10 at a pro show, and he said, absolutely not. We're going to the Olympia. And not only that, we're breaking top 10 at the Olympia. Did not believe him, but he had dreams that were bigger than my wildest dreams for me, and he kept his word. And we're 3.5 years later going to our third Olympia together, and we'll be forever thankful for that man changing my life for the better. My boyfriend, Colin Brannigan, he is everything. I don't think I could have done any of this, trying to balance life and dental school and bodybuilding without someone so supportive and so selfless and patient. He is the most amazing human. And then obviously my sister, she has been a rock through everything. But on top of that, I have the most amazing teams behind me. I have Liquid Sunrays, my tanning sponsor. I have Raw and Revive, who I just joined their team, who have welcomed me with open arms.
Show the shirt a little bit better of your hair.
Yeah, the Raw Revive family. They have welcomed me. Oh my gosh, it's only been a month, and I can't wait to meet them. I feel like I've known them forever. The Shoe Fairy, I think there's been like 3 shows where I've broken or forgotten my shoes, and they will overnight ship them to the show, and they are so sick of me, but like they still will overnight ship me shoes every single time. They're just incredible. Oh, and a huge one that I just learned about back at this last Arnold was a company called Savage Life Co. And they make apparel, yes, but they are bigger than that. They are a mental health movement, and they use Norse mythology, and they really promote talking about mental health and promoting not only being the best version of yourself for you, but being the best version of yourself for the people in your life and demanding the best out of everyone. And it is such a beautiful movement. More than the apparel is sick, but the movement is so beautiful. And I started in this sport, like so many people did, at a very, very dark place in life. And to be able to have a company that I can help share that message, to show through these shirts why I do this, what made me do this, how I got to where I was, how I went from this broken little shell of a girl, which if you go back and watch my first road to Pittsburgh back in 2022 to now, it is a completely different Marissa. And it's just beautiful to be able to find a company that stands for all of the good things that I strive to stand for. And it's amazing.
It's hard to believe that was 2 years ago already, over 2 years.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know if I signed up for this life. I was talking to Chris about it. I got on stage and this life kind of chose me. Here I am 3 years later, back at the Olympia.
It's great.
It's amazing. Yeah.
All right. So if you want to see Marissa on the Olympia stage and her duking it out with her sister, get your tickets. If you can't get finals tickets, try to at least get to the prejudging, because that's where most of the judging is done. And that's pretty much what dictates what happens at the evening contest, right?
Yeah, and you can get so much closer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you can't, you can go out and you can pre-order the Olympia pay-per-view at olympiaproductions.com. But being there, you can go to the press conference, meet the Olympians, and get up and talk to everybody. And she'll tell you about the Mexico experience and everything else.
Yes, I will come very prepared with all of the pictures necessary and videos. Yes.
All right. So Jay and Manion.
Marissa Andrews.
Signing out for NPCNewsOnline.com. I look forward to seeing you in Vegas at the Olympia.